Hardcore Minecraft content used to be interesting. But now, my perfect start to hardcore Minecraft. My perfect start to Minecraft hardcore. My perfect start in Minecraft hardcore. The best start in Minecraft hardcore. Different, but not really. The actual perfect start in hardcore Minecraft. My perfect start in hardcore Minecraft. I'm starting my perfect Minecraft. Okay, you get the point. Hardcore Minecraft was once a new and fresh idea on YouTube, where players like Philza challenged their Minecraft skills to see just how much they could achieve with one life. But over time, hardcore content on YouTube has become this oversaturated crap fest of unoriginal content. Now, I'm not trying to just rip on content creators for making videos like this, as many of them are just following the footsteps of popular content creators who came before them. And to be fair, this content does work, which is why I almost did the same thing. That wasn't until I discovered hardcore Minecraft's current problem. Now, recently, Minecraft has felt stale, which is why I started a journey through Minecraft's history to see if I could fall in love with Minecraft again. The goal was to complete every version of Minecraft, and like an idiot, I thought it would be fun to do in hardcore. Well, I died before even completing the first version. But to be honest, that was the most fun I had playing Minecraft since the first time I played the game. Everything felt brand new again, but I started to wonder if playing in hardcore was a mistake. Could I really make it through every version of Minecraft in hardcore? While my goal was to experience everything Minecraft had to offer through each and every version, I just wasn't ready to give up trying to do this in hardcore. So I decided to try again, and I wouldn't quit till I at least beat the Ender Dragon in Minecraft 1.0. But I wasn't quite ready for all this journey would have in store for me. Let's do it. While I was excited to start over again and create a new world, okay. It was hard moving on from the pain of losing my last one. No! In fact, I couldn't quite shake it. And it feels weird starting over in a completely new world, I'm not gonna lie. There were so many plans I knew would never be completed, and I found myself lacking the same inspiration I had in my first world. I can't explain it, I'm just not feeling this seed right now. I was starting to see why playing hardcore is so difficult, because nothing is truly permanent. Which sounds obvious, but until I lost my world, I didn't truly understand. Even though I'd only been in that world for a couple months, I had still spent over 50 hours, and had quickly grown attached. So I decided to try another world, hoping to find inspiration once again. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty cool. As soon as I saw the mountain with the water pouring down the side, I knew this would be my new home. Alright, cool. I like this. I don't know, it just feels good. But now I was ready to get started because I didn't want to waste any more time as I set my focus on defeating the dragon. And because this was my second hardcore attempt in old Minecraft, I would definitely be able to go a bit quicker than the last one. Now, one of my rules in completing every version of Minecraft is that I cannot advance to the next version until I have finished every achievement in that version. And I was able to quickly begin chipping away at some of these. Alright, let's go. Do that. Next, I decided to make my home on the other side of the mountain inside this bowl I had discovered. After making a bed so I could sleep away the first night, I began hunting for some iron. Even though it took me a bit longer than I expected, I was eventually able to find some. Oh, finally, some iron. Oh, lots of iron, holy. After killing my first zombie, I made sure to get enough iron so I could make my first set of armor and some tools. Then I started my first farm using some of the bones I had collected. I also planted some sugarcane that I had found earlier. Next, I got some cows, which I doomed to be enslaved in this too-tall hole. After having animals constantly escape in my last world, did a cow escape? I wasn't gonna let that happen again. I then began to make a base within the mountainside where I quickly found a cave and started lighting it up to make it safer. Now, I was actually pretty excited about finding the cave, as I've always been partial to cave bases and even had one in my last world. I then began gathering some of the resources from the cave, and after torching it up, I realized I was quickly running out of wood. So I went out for some light deforestation and just a little cow tipping too, but that's when I came across this. Bro, I just found a monster spawner, are you serious? Ironically, I found my first mob spawner of the world above ground. Once I got back, I decided to finish up the day by creating my first house, since one base is clearly not enough. Really though, I just wanted to make sure I had some builds above ground since most of the building in my last world was inside of a cave. The house may have been without a roof, but I only needed 4 walls to keep the monsters out for now. You see, I only play in the world on stream so people can see every moment of my journey here on YouTube as I progress through every version of Minecraft. So if you want to join me, make sure to subscribe so you're notified when I go live, and make sure to join my Discord in the description below. I began the next section collecting some more seeds for the farm and breeding the cows after killing off some of the population. I also gathered some more wood so I could start making some adjustments on the house. I started by taking out the base layer and replaced it with cobblestone in order to add some different texture. I then got distracted searching a nearby cave. Oh no way, there's a spawner right here, let's go. It's a zombie. It's always a zombie, man. I wish it was a skeleton. Skeleton would be dope. It's a double chest? Yo, that's sick. After lighting up the rest of the cave and collecting the resources, I went back to working on the house. I took some time to decide the design I wanted to go with, and eventually decided on building the first floor 4 blocks tall with 2 high windows. I then went to take a break by creating a strip mine so that I could find my first diamonds of the world. After mining myself down to Y12, I made an area for a hub of the mine, where I could then proceed to strip mine in every direction. I can't believe I haven't found any diamonds yet while I've been down here. That's kind of crazy, actually. Yeah, I can't believe I haven't found any diamonds. Isn't that crazy? No diamonds while I've been down here? That's nuts. Shortly after, I broke my pickaxe, so I came back to the surface to make a new one. I also used some of the cobblestone I mined in order to fill out the base of the house. Next, I started mining out the different directions to the strip mine, and even though I only went about 30 blocks each way, I was still able to find some more diamonds. Before I left, I decided to mine the first diamond I had found in order to save the first one of our world. First diamond of the world! Thankfully, I still had enough left over to make a diamond pick and enchantment table later. I then came up from the mine to discover it was nighttime. It is nighttime. See, that's what I was worried about. That's exactly what I was worried about. After sleeping through the night, I began harvesting the wheat and expanding the farm, before breeding the cows some more. I had some more time before the end of the stream that day, so I decided to mine out the area around the zombie spawner so I could make an XP farm next session. I started the following stream by collecting some sugarcane so I could eventually make some bookshelves, although I ended up expanding the farm to another area so I could get all the sugarcane I would need for all 30. Since enchanting goes to level 50 in Minecraft 1.0, you need 30 bookshelves instead of the 15 you need now. After placing the sugarcane, I went back to working on the zombie spawner and began creating the water system to drop the zombies down. I ended up having to build the water elevator above ground, but I plan to go back and decorate the pillars at some point. After finishing the elevator, I took out the torches to test the farm. While it didn't work perfectly since some of the zombies kept dying, it was good enough for now, and I stayed there for a bit to get some levels. I also went ahead and made my first diamond pickaxe of the world. I then collected all the sugarcane so I could begin working on my enchantment setup. Next, I went into the mine to gather the obsidian I would need for the enchantment table, and then made my first one of the world. Boom. Enchantment table. I also started crafting some of the bookshelves for the enchantment setup. We got librarian too, let's go. Now, I didn't have enough sugarcane for all the bookshelves yet, but I was able to get enough for the amount of levels I had to enchant with. Never gives you exactly what you want. There we go. Let's go. Fortune! Unbreaking. Sad. We'll take what we can get, I guess. Alright. So my quest for fortune in old Minecraft would continue, as I failed to even get it in my last world because of how difficult enchanting was. Unbreaking is not a bad thing though, with how bad durability was back then. So I went back to the zombie spawner just so I could get some low level enchantments on some of my tools and the rest of my armor. I decided to end the stream with some chill mining and even found some more diamonds. Ooh, we got some more blue shiny rock. Let's go. Now, the next stream took place on the 13-year anniversary of Minecraft's official release, which came out on November 18th, 2011. But to my surprise, hardcore mode was actually added before this, in Minecraft Beta 1.9 pre-release 2. It wasn't all that popular though, and while people may try it once or twice, it wasn't something people really considered playing. The exception to this was a player named Philza, who saw the potential of hardcore Minecraft. Philza's first hardcore world lasted 2 years, until his hard drive literally died. Not to be deterred, he started over and created some of Minecraft's craziest hardcore builds at the time, until about 5 years in, this happened.
No! Really?
Despite losing his world, this was actually the best thing that happened to Phil's channel, as he blew up after his hardcore death went viral.
I had no idea how big this moment would be.
Now to this point, hardcore Minecraft wasn't really that popular, but this brought the interest of other creators like DanTDM and another creator who would soon start a viral trend. But before we get to that, I started the 13-year anniversary stream with plans to finish building my home. I began by collecting more wood and some sand so that I could smelt glass for the windows. But honestly, I was struggling building in this version of Minecraft with such limitations on blocks, which is probably why I built the base of my last world within a cave. I then finished building the roof, but really wasn't all that happy with it. There was just too much wood in the build and not enough depth. That does not look the best with the logs currently. I don't know. I'm not gonna stress about it. Next, I began mining out a slime chunk that I had found in my strip mine. This would help to make fire resistance potions when I went to the nether and sticky pistons for any farms I wanted to make later. I even found some diamonds in the chunk, which was an added bonus. Oh, look what we found. We found some diamonds. Let's go chat. After I finished the slime chunk, I decided to do some more casual mining since it is Minecraft after all. On my way back, I was even able to get some slime so I could make fire resistance potions next session. We got a slime. Let's freaking go. That's so huge. Please. Yes. Yes. This is exactly what happened last time. At the very end of a stream, I got slime balls. That's so huge. So that means I can make fire resistance right away once going to the nether next stream. I then made my way out of the mine as I prepared to end the stream for the day. Oh, no, 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 no. I began the next stream with the normal chores and prepared to go to the nether. Before going to the nether, though, I went to a nearby desert to try and get some ender pearls. Let's go, we gotta ender pearl. Nice. This would potentially save me if I fell in lava before I was able to make the fire resistance potions from the slime I got last session. I was even able to get a music disc while I was at it, which was pretty nice. Let's go, we got the music disc. Nice. Next, I used some of the wheat I had gotten to bring some of the other mobs back to my base so I could breed them. I also made a new set of armor since fighting the mobs had taken most of the durability from my gear, and I was going to need a new set anyway before I went to the nether. I got pretty lucky with protection on everything, and even feather falling on the boots. Ooh, let's go! In these old versions, it sometimes seems more worth it to just put level 1 enchantments on most things. I also made flint and steel so I could finally go to the nether. Flint and steel. After making the portal, I grabbed everything I might need before hopping in, but when I came out the other side, it was not the best spawn. I will say, while there is no nether fortress, this was a pretty decent place to spawn in. Oh, okay, other than this. I quickly started making my way around the dangerous terrain, looking for a fortress, and even though it took a little time, I eventually found two right next to each other. Ah, we found one. Let's go. I think this is possibly two separate ones, too. Now, I was pretty easily able to get all the blaze rods I needed. Oh, come on, you suck. Really? Oh, I'm out of arrows, are you kidding me? Okay, not really, but after getting enough blaze rods, I went searching for some nether wart. Aha! We found you. I then made my first brewing stand when I realized I had forgotten to bring an important ingredient in making potions. The one other thing I needed. Glass. And because I was in the nether, I wouldn't be able to add water to the glass bottles anyway. So I decided not to take any more risks and made my way home. One interesting thing I had realized from watching Etho is that nether wart actually doesn't grow in the overworld in this version. Now that I was back, I went ahead and brewed some potions in the case that I would ever need them in the future. Local brewery. Nice. I also made a cake to celebrate Minecraft's 13-year anniversary since I forgot to do so last stream. And our 13-year anniversary of the official release of Minecraft cake, right there, on top of the crafting table. Another achievement off the list. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. I forgot to make a wooden hoe.
Then suddenly she's not your hoe, no mo.
You see, I had made a stone hoe instead of one made out of wood when planting my first farm, which is why I never got the achievement. So I went ahead and took care of that along with the achievement for making bread, but decided to wait before making another cake. The next night quickly began to approach, so I decided to try and get some more ender pearls. Come out, wherever you are. This was so I could try and go to the end soon and beat the dragon. I got a little distracted by a skeleton match, but was still able to pick up one pearl. Yeah, fight. Next hit wins, I think. Oh my goodness. Aha! Sucker. That was honestly pretty hard to watch. Now, all these mobs were quickly wearing through my gear, so I had to make a new set. Next, I decided to do some more peaceful mining and actually found a decent amount of diamonds. Ooh, we found more diamonds. Let's go. I normally would have waited for fortune, but after making that mistake in my last world, I decided to go ahead and mine them. Sadly, I was one short of being able to make a full suit of diamond gear. Bro, you gotta be kidding me. But I did find a mine shaft, which quickly changed my mood. No way, we found a mine shaft. Let's go. Okay, we gotta explore this. Now, mine shafts were the only way to find melon seeds. If I was able to get some, I could craft the glistering melon necessary for instant health potions. Because there was no totems in this version, these potions may just be able to help me out of a jam. Honestly, if I find melon seeds, we're just grabbing that and well, we got melon seeds. Thankfully, I was able to find the seeds right away, unlike my last world, so I decided not to put myself in any more danger and headed back to mining. When I was done, I made my way back up to the surface where it always seemed to be nighttime. Dude, I told you, it's always night. There's zombies guarding my house. And a creeper? Can I sprint, please? Golly. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? This is my home! After fixing the creeper hole, I decided to finish the stream by planting the melon seeds that I had found. I started the next stream on the hunt for some more ender pearls so I could try to go to the end soon. Since I had no looting, I wasn't sure how long this was going to take, and I had only gotten 3 ender pearls out of the first 2 nights. The first 3 endermen I found didn't drop any either, but I finally got one as the night was over. I decided to go back for the next night cycle and was able to get 2 more that time. Let's go! During the next day, I decided to collect some more wood because I wanted to try and update my house since I wasn't happy with how it came out. I wanted to add some more color and depth to the build, so I decided to make the bottom layer out of stone and stone bricks and brighten it out 1 layer. My chat even suggested I watch some old green videos, so I started pulling from that for some inspiration. Shape. When the next night approached, I went on the hunt again for some more ender pearls where my luck quickly changed. Nice. Oh, let's go. 2 ender pearls already? That's clutch. Oh my goodness, 3 for 3. I've got dream packs on. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, I'm hacking. What the heck? Bro, 6 for 6? Are you kidding me? What the heck? I mean, I'd gotten 6 pearls in the previous 4 nights, and I got 6 in this one night alone. Now I had enough for the portal and could definitely go look for it in preparation for the dragon fight. So I decided to gather some more resources, and I went out for one more night to gather ender pearls just in case some of the ender eyes broke on the way. Before searching for the stronghold though, I enchanted a new diamond pickaxe with some of the levels I had gotten. Oh, let's go. Fortune 1, baby. Even if it was only Fortune 1, I finally got Fortune for the first time in old Minecraft. I then expanded the wheat farm and made a new pen for my animals so they wouldn't have to rough it in that hole any longer. I then made my way to find the stronghold, where thankfully it didn't take that long since it was under an ocean. Even though swimming down to it was a little annoying, at least I was able to mine straight into the portal room. No freaking way. That's crazy. So I made my way back, and as typical, I decided to end the stream with some mining. Now that I had a Fortune pickaxe, I hope to find some diamonds so I could get enough for a full set of diamond armor. Yes, finally! We got some, chat. Let's go! Oh, it was worth the wait. To begin the next stream, I collected the remaining resources I needed to go to the end and even made my first set of diamond armor just in case I needed it. I was finally able to harvest some melons after I remembered that they could only grow on tilled soil in this version. I then made some instant health potions and even decided to make some strength potions too. I did have to go to the nether though in order to grab some glowstone so that I could make them level 2 potions. I also grabbed a pumpkin too just to help me against enderman. Now that I had everything I needed, I made my way to the stronghold and hopped through the portal to fight the ender dragon. Alright, let's do it, chat. Let the silverfish push me in. When I mined my way through the endstone, I came to quite the surprise. There's so many pillars, what the heck? Instead of having a circle of obsidian pillars, there was a lot more. With the limited amount of arrows I had, I was concerned I would be able to destroy all the crystals. I did not know there was going to be anywhere close to this many pillars. Like, what is that? Since there was no slow falling potions either in this version, I didn't really want to climb other pillars and potentially get knocked off by the dragon. So I was going to have to be extremely careful with my arrows, and one by one, I was able to destroy all the crystals. Thank you. 10 arrows left. It's concerning me. Now, I didn't have many arrows left, but I could still attack the dragon when he swooped down. You see, in this version, there's no bedrock and portal frame until you kill the dragon. So instead of perching, the dragon will swoop down to attack the player. So I took my strength potion and began hitting him every chance I could. Oh yeah, that hurt. Before I was able to kill it though, I had to stop to take a break. But when I came back, I made a horrible mistake. Oh no! I forgot to switch back. I don't have me killing the dragon. No, are you kidding me? While I was able to kill the dragon, I had forgotten to switch my screen in OBS and was still on the BRB screen. I had missed killing the dragon for the first time in Minecraft 1.0. Oh, we got him! We beat it. We beat the game in Minecraft 1.0. Not only that, but with the levels I got from killing the dragon, I finally got my first Fortune 3 pick, and I'd missed that too. I was devastated. Alright, chat, I'm gonna go cry for a second. I'll BRB. So I promised my chat before going on to the next version, I would go back and defeat the dragon from an old world save. While I was certainly dejected, at least I had accomplished my goal in defeating the ender dragon in Minecraft 1.0. But this made me wonder, what had driven so many others to play hardcore Minecraft? You see, after Phil's hardcore death, a creator named Luke the Notable made a video about surviving 100 days in hardcore Minecraft.
What's going on, Minecraft fans? My name's Luke the Notable, and in this video, I'll be surviving 100 days in Minecraft hardcore mode.
Now, he had made some videos similar to this about Fortnite with some success, but when he posted this video, it absolutely exploded. Not only did it get 54 million views, but it started a viral trend of 100-day Minecraft videos for years to come. While the idea itself was simple, the video was a relatable experience to play Minecraft with the twist of playing in hardcore. But as people began to hop on the trend, the content began to feel less genuine, and some people were even beginning to fake their videos. Hardcore content wasn't really original anymore, until another YouTuber came on the scene with a fresh take on hardcore Minecraft. But first, I decided to use the rest of the stream to start working on my house some more. It was still quite a mess and not even close to done. Now that I slayed the ender dragon, I began my next stream putting my full focus into finishing this project before starting any others. First, I tore down the second level before working on some different designs, but to be honest, I was definitely struggling. Part of this was the lack of block options back then, but also my building skills were definitely being challenged. The biggest thing was trying to figure out the dimensions for the build and where the next level of log pillars were going to be. The green videos were actually pretty helpful in figuring this out though, so that I could add some depth to the build.
detailing.
He also gave me some ideas for different block palettes, and I decided to use bricks instead for this portion of the house. So I headed off to the swamp to gather some clay. In order to get enough though, I did have to craft it back into blocks to have the inventory space, and then break them back down when I got to the base, which was a bit time consuming. Next I tore down the rest of my original build so that I could begin working on the next layer, which I would be replacing with bricks. After smelting all the clay, I somehow got exactly the amount I needed to complete the build. I then started working on the third floor, which originally was going to be one block in, but later I decided to keep it the same size as the floor below. I also worked on digging out the basement area when I accidentally broke my cake. Oh no, my cake. Okay. It just breaks my cake, bro. And after a creeper blew up, bro, he blew up so much too. What the heck? I even worked on terraforming some of the grass outside the base. Lastly, I started working on the roof, but because of some of the limitations of stairs back then, I couldn't figure out exactly how I wanted it. I then thought about building a roof with a potential attic area, but then decided to think about it between streams and figure it out next time.
Roofs.
Next session, I began replenishing my wood supply so I could finish building the house. Since I didn't want just a basic triangle roof, I decided to add the attic to the build and make a more tiered roof system. I did run out of wood again though, so I eventually had to go farming for some more. At this point, I was just waiting for the Lorex to show up at any moment.
Hey!
After a lot of adjusting, I finally came up with this design and was actually pretty happy with it. Next, I went back to clearing out the basement and filling up the windows with glass. I also caught a fish in order to get another achievement off my list. There we go. Another achievement done. Since I was happy with the house, I decided to move on to building a better source of XP for enchanting. Now that I had been to the end, I could try to make an Enderman farm. While the most efficient farm would be over the void, because I was in hardcore, building over the void was not really a risk I was willing to take. So I decided to make a custom designed farm where I would have a 3x3 platform in the middle of the end island. I would then mine out 2 layers of blocks surrounding that and make a 43 block drop so that Enderman would be one hit once they landed. I was a little worried that I might mine into the void, but luckily the island was deep enough where I could mine all the way down. After finally finishing mining out the area, I could then stare at Enderman to get them to aggro on me and fall into the pit, since there was no Endermites in this version. After getting a bunch into the pit, I decided to go down and see how much XP I could get, but I was disappointed when I only got 1 level. I mean, I really thought I would get more XP. This meant that the farm would likely not work as fast as I would like, and I may still need to make a blaze farm in order to get XP fast enough, which is actually how I died in my last world. No! No! But at least this would get me some easy ender pearls. I then headed back to my base in the overworld to end the stream. I began the next day going through the rest of the achievements and came up with a plan to complete the remaining ones before moving on to the next version. I then went to work finishing the inside of my house by adding cobblestone to the basement floor. I even made a door so I could access it from the outside. After filling in the rest of the walls with stone and stone bricks, I decided to go mining for a bit and get some more cobblestone and thought this would be a good break as well. Oh, let's go. We got some more diamonds. Why? Like what? Bro, why? I also began extending all directions of the mine shaft since I planned to use it to get the honor rail achievement, which is traveling 1,000 blocks in a minecart. And I had a decent start with 250 blocks mined out in each direction. After that, I went back up to smelt some of the resources and decided to turn the basement into my storage system. I also decided to store my first diamond, ender dragon egg, and diamond pick in a chest. I finished the stream by working on some more inside of the house, but would need to finish on another day. I began the next day by making some minor adjustments to the house and then terraforming some of the areas surrounding my home in order to make it fit in better. I decided to push back some of the mountain and grass behind the house and thought I may turn it into a retaining wall later. After that, I began making a stairwell to the front of the house since it was pretty steep. I started by making a porch area out of cobblestone, but changed it to stone bricks and stone to match the base of the house. Next, I began adding some cascading stairs so they would not be too steep since the ground level in front of the house was much lower. After getting all the stone bricks in place, I ended up having to leave the stream early that day. But I wasn't the only YouTuber that took off, as a player named Sandiction began to emerge on the scene. While much of the 100 Days hardcore content had gotten stale, Sandiction started out with a simple hardcore world. While he did not immediately take off, he really became successful when he started focusing on large-scale projects that no one had really done before. He quickly started getting millions of views on his videos, capturing the attention of the entire hardcore community, at least until this fateful day. Now, this was such an unfortunate way for Sandiction to lose his world, but in a way, it also pointed out the problem with this sort of content. Constantly creating videos that try to one-up the last one gets exhausting after a while, and Sandiction's channel lied dormant for months, and many wondered if he would return. Then after almost a year, he posted the start of a new hardcore world, but alas, it was short-lived, as Sandiction went dormant again, until he finally announced he was going to stop making hardcore content. Constantly creating videos to one-up the last one not only gets exhausting, but eventually you run out of ideas. This isn't just true for Sandiction, but for the hardcore community as a whole. Even though people kept posting new videos, they mostly felt the same. But there was an even deeper issue with this type of content, but you're gonna have to wait for that. So the next stream I started out with some more mining so I could eventually get the honor rail achievement, but not before taking a quick visit to the slime chunk. Oh, we got a holy Chat, what the heck? How is that many slimes even possible? I just broke my sword. Now my best guess as to why there were so many is because I was constantly in the area, the slimes that spawned never despawned, and just kept building up over time. Next I began mining up a bunch more resources and even found a few more diamonds. Let's go, baby. Blue shiny rock, we love it. I then collected some more obsidian from the lava pool near the hub of my mine before heading back up. I then got back to work finishing up the staircase to my house by mixing in some stone with the stone bricks. After that, I got to work making a barn for my animals since they kept escaping from the fences.
Bruh.
As I found out in my last world, mobs for some reason were able to phase through fences in this version, which I believe has something to do with logging out in the area. I decided to build the barn across from the house and began terraforming the area to make a space big enough. I started planning out the build with a cobblestone base and used logs along with planks from there. I was struggling once again with the build, especially when trying to figure out what the roof should look like. Thankfully, my chat was able to help me out and I ended up with more of a semicircle shape that actually worked pretty well. After using wood at first, I decided to use cobblestone instead and had to grab some more from the mine. I also had to use some slabs on top in order to keep the build mob proof. I was pretty happy with how it came out and made a second floor under the roof before moving all the mobs in. I didn't have any pigs though, and actually I had to travel a couple hundred blocks away to find some. I was actually worried that I wouldn't be able to find any in my world for some reason. Let's go, there's two. After finally finding some pigs, I could try and get the When Pigs Fly achievement. The only problem is there's no carrots in this version, which means you cannot direct the pig at all while riding it. Since I was having trouble pushing it off the ledge with water, I decided to go to a ravine I found earlier. Are you kidding me? I'm so... You don't even get the saddle back? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. That's such a joke. So on top of the pig dying, I lost the saddle too, and of course that was the only one I had. It seems pretty dumb to me that pigs don't drop it when they die. Even though I was frustrated, I ended the stream by moving the wheat farm and making the whole area a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. On the next stream, I started planning out my big project for this version. You see, since I was playing through each version of Minecraft, I decided to build a major project for each one, so I would have builds in my world to remember each version by. Now, because I was in the first official version of Minecraft, I decided to make a tribute to the early development versions of the game, one of Minecraft's forgotten structures, the brick pyramid. So I began mining out all the clay I could find in the swamps and rivers nearby, since that was the only way to get bricks back then. After mining most of the clay out of the swamp near the stronghold, I decided to head back hoping I could find a saddle in one of the chests. Alright, let's go investigate the stronghold. After looking through all of them, it seemed like they may not even spawn in chests at strongholds. Luckily, I was able to find a dungeon though, where I was actually able to get a saddle. Oh, there's a dungeon. Well, that's convenient. Let's go. There's a saddle, chat. We can get our achievement. After heading back home, I tried one more time to get the When Pigs Fly achievement, but was much more cautious this time. There we go. Let's go! We got it! Woo! Oh my gosh, that was so annoying. I decided to keep the pork chops to remember the pig sacrifice. I was also able to get a couple dogs as pets, even if it wasn't an advancement back then. Low, let's go. After this, I began working some more on the inside of the house and even moved the enchantment setup. But as I ended for the day, I noticed an issue with the barn. Bro, how are those cows getting outside of the barn? As I began the following stream, I started by harvesting the wheat and breeding the animals. That's what I noticed whenever I fed them, that's when they seemed to escape the barn. I also got a bit more levels from the zombie spawner so that I could get another enchantment on my sword in order to get the overkill achievement, which is doing 8 hearts of damage. Sharpness 3, knockback 2. I don't love knockback normally, but we'll take it. I was hoping sharpness 3 would be enough, but I grabbed my last strength 2 potion just in case it wasn't. So as night approached, I went out to the desert to try and get it. Alright. First try. Let's go! That was so stupid easy. I was not expecting that. After getting the achievement, my helmet broke fighting some more mobs. Oh, there goes my helmet. So I decided to enchant my first pieces of diamond armor. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, that's not good. That sucks. I then went to collect some more XP when I realized why zombies were dying in the XP farm. Because water doesn't stop you from taking fall damage in this version, they were taking some damage when they spawned and would die once falling down the killing chamber. Once that was fixed, I went out to gather some more clay so I could start building the mega project. I decided to use my fortune 3 pick to guarantee I would get 4 drops from each block of clay, but I found out later they drop 4 no matter what, so I kind of just wasted the durability on my pick. Oh, do not tell me you get 4 no matter what. I'm so dumb. I just burned my entire Fortune 3 pickaxe. Once I was done gathering clay for the day, I spent a while designing the rest of my storage room in the basement. After organizing all the chests, I decided to go find the other 2 strongholds in the world since they only spawned with 3 total in this version instead of the 128 that spawn now. At some point I plan to do something with each of these strongholds, but for now I just wanted to find them. Unfortunately I found another one under the ocean, so I decided to try and dig down to find it. But since swimming took forever in this version, I want to dive back into the current state of hardcore Minecraft. Now the problem with most hardcore content is that it feels more like a fantasy than reality. Just this title alone, my perfect start to Minecraft hardcore, that I'm sure you have seen on endless videos. It just doesn't really justify what the hardcore experience really should be like. While some of these YouTubers will still lose their world, most of the content does not always represent how difficult the challenge can be. But maybe it's not all their fault, because there was one major change to Minecraft that altered hardcore forever. In Minecraft 1.11, totems were released into the game. This item gave people a sense of invincibility and in a lot of ways cheapened the challenge of hardcore Minecraft. That's what made worlds such as Phil's so impressive. He did all that without totems, and that's why he continues to play without them, because it's about the challenge. And to be honest, I didn't truly understand the gravity of this challenge when I started, and why in some ways I didn't treat it as such, but I was about to learn. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? Why did I panic like that? Why did I frickin' panic like that? I cannot believe I just died to that. Stupid water, dude. Swimming sucks in this game. After dying again, I was crushed, like truly destroyed. I spent well over 100 hours playing hardcore Minecraft between both my worlds when I realized it wasn't really what I wanted to do. My goal was to experience everything Minecraft had to offer through each of its versions. While I was glad I got to experience hardcore, I realized it was actually keeping me from many of the other things I wanted to do because I was too scared of losing my world. So I decided I would continue this journey through every version of Minecraft, but instead in survival. Before I did that though, I still had one promise I needed to fulfill. Alright, let's do it, guys. Oh, I just made a chicken too. Oh, what a freaking shot. Oh, dude, I'm just tagging this guy. There we go. We got him. We got him, chat. You know what? We're gonna leave it there. Alright, bye, Ralph. See you on the other side, man. This experience had taught me how real a challenge hardcore Minecraft was before totems, and I realized why hardcore content feels so stale, because it just doesn't feel like a challenge anymore. The very thing that made hardcore so exciting to watch in the first place. And when I watch Minecraft videos now, I really don't care if they're in hardcore or not. What is far more entertaining is watching a creator come up with a fresh take on an original idea. After dying again, I realized hardcore was not really why I was having fun, because I had not really embraced this challenge. What I was enjoying was experiencing Minecraft from the beginning and seeing how it has changed over the years. So I decided to put hardcore aside for now, or at least till I was ready to treat it the way it deserves to be treated, like a challenge. But don't worry, I'm not giving up on it just yet. So if you want to join me as I go through every version of Minecraft, make sure to subscribe so you can watch me live here on YouTube, where I will stream every moment. And if you want to watch me fall in love with Minecraft again, you can watch this video here.